And we're back with another trailer reaction. This time, Lord of the Rings, War of the Rohirrim. The animated Lord of the Rings movie coming out later this year. Now, you might notice a couple of things different about this video. First, the lighting is a bit strange because my lamp is here now instead of behind the camera. Because I have changed my setup. This is the first video where I'm recording on my new setup. And because I've got a big PC now. I don't know if you can hear the humming of the tower it's behind you, but behind the camera. But I've got this big new PC now where I'm watching it on, and the tower is right there. So the setup is changing a little bit, so I'm gonna have to make some adjustments. Let me know how it is in the comments. I'd love to know if you're actually liking this or not. So yeah, we are going to be doing War of the Rohirrim trailer. It's been a while since I recorded a trailer reaction, but you know what? I love Lord of the Rings so much, I felt like I needed to. I'm wearing my Lord of the Rings t-shirt, and my autograph of the legendary Bernard Hill, who passed away earlier this year. Not that long ago actually, like a month or two ago he died. So yeah, very sad about that. I know Miranda Otto is going to be voicing in this movie, and I'm very excited about that. And yeah, animated Lord of the Rings. It has been done before with the, what was it, 60s or 70s cartoon movie, which did both of Fellowship of the Ring and Two Towers. I remember that was the first Lord of the Rings movie I saw. I saw that before I saw the live action movies. So yeah, so it's been a long time since Lord of the Rings animation has been done, at least in mainstream. So I'm very interested to see how this goes, the style of animation, how well it's animated, and the feel of Lord of the Rings, because I do feel that like everything since the Lord of the Rings has failed to capture the magic of it. Like, I don't think The Hobbit captured it, and I don't think Rings of Power has captured it either, unfortunately. I don't think anything has really captured the power and the feeling of Lord of the Rings. But that might just be because Lord of the Rings is so nostalgic, and you can't really capture a nostalgic feeling with new things. So yeah, we'll see if this project can actually do that. So yeah, let's just get into the trailer reaction for Lord of the Rings, War of the Rohirrim, starting right now. Oh, that Rohan theme. Oh wow. To Middle Earth. Shall we?
All Middle Earth knows the tale of the War of the Ring, but 200 years before that,
Riders of the Mark! Rebels of Rohan!
there was an older tale.
Arise!
We come with an offer to strengthen Rohan. Hannah, daughter of Hel, I will seek your hand in marriage.
Our fathers speak as if I were not even in the room. I do not want to marry you.
You do not seek an alliance. You seek a throne.
Oof.
You will live to regret this, old man. He's dead. You will pay for this with your life.
The boy I knew would never wish for war.
The boy you knew is gone.
There's so many of them. I pledged to fight for my king.
You know nothing of war.
I'm the fastest rider you have.
People need hope here, something to believe in.
My pride, my joy.
Whoa.
You could rule the world.
I'm so excited for this. This is interesting.
I am afraid of you.
You should be.
Nice.
What does a mortal want with rings?
Yeah, that's interesting. I'm liking this. I'm liking that. So we saw the king taking off a ring. First of all, going back to Rohan is going to be so good. Using the clips from Lord of the Rings, it just brings you right back to that feeling. I don't know if the movie itself will do that, because I think one of the magic of Lord of the Rings is the fact that it was very little of it was CGI. A lot of it was practical, and obviously with an animation, nothing is practical. So yeah, that's what Rings of Power and The Hobbit can't do. Unfortunately, they couldn't do all the practical effects, and there's a lot of CGI in those. Sometimes bad CGI when The Hobbit is concerned. So it's very difficult to, because it feels like a lot of filmmakers, they won't make the effort that the people for Lord of the Rings make. Like, they don't make that effort anymore, and that's why I think Lord of the Rings has... That's why anything Middle-earth related has not really risen to the level of Lord of the Rings. So yeah. So going back to Rohan, hearing the Rohan theme again was so good, so good. Let me try and, I might try and play this in slow motion and mute it just so I can do it again. Yep, going back to the animated, going from the live action footage of Lord of the Rings to the animated style. Peter Jackson's name showing up first. Amazing. Love knowing that he is involved in this, and hopefully he has a passion for it, because I think he didn't with The Hobbit, and that was one of the reasons why it was bad. Back to Middle-earth. They make it sound like it's a big deal going back to Middle-earth. We've been back to Middle-earth countless times since Lord of the Rings. Of legendary director Kenji Kamiyama. So yeah, I did know that this was going to be anime going into it, but I thought it was going to be more Western style anime. This feels very... I mean, it feels like it's got a style of both. It feels like it's got both Western and Eastern style animation. I wonder if those are Oliphants as well showing up. So what it sounds like is this tribe has come to Edoras and are trying to make themselves, like, let me unmute this.
We come with an offer to strengthen Rohan.
Okay, so they're saying they're coming with an offer to strengthen Rohan, but like the king said, they're not after a marriage, they're after a throne, and they're trying to use the marriage to push it along. Because obviously, very Game of Thrones style feel, like they think so far in the future, like saying, my son will marry your daughter, their kid will be king or queen of Rohan. And that is what it feels like here, because it feels like, what's her name? Hera? Is her name Hera?
Hera, daughter of Hel, I...
Hela, or something like that. So, daughter of Helm. So that tells me who this king is. Is this Helm Hammerhand, the guy who... was he the one who built Helm's Deep? I don't know. Because they call the horn the horn that Gimli blows at the end of Lord of Two Towers is called the horn of Helm Hammerhand. So I'm guessing that's what he is, and I think we saw him with a hammer as well. So that makes perfect sense. I think I heard somewhere before that this was going to take place during the time of Helm Hammerhand. I didn't expect him to be the king. I mean, I should have expected him to be the king. I'm an idiot for not thinking that, but it seems like we're really focusing on the daughter. I mean, there's the whole thing about, like we're in that age now where everything has to be woke for it to be successful. It feels that way. It should. I personally don't feel that way. I don't think something should have to be woke for it to be good. Like, if it's not woke, everyone's like boo, we don't like it. It shouldn't be a box you have to tick to make something successful. It should be in there if it makes sense. It shouldn't be just something like, if it's not there, your story is trash, your project is trash. That should not be the case. If it's there and it makes sense, well done, good on you. Keep going with that. But don't do it just because you're scared of the criticism of not having it. So, yeah, I don't want anyone commenting saying that I don't support some of those things, but like I said, put it in there if it makes sense. So yeah, it seems like this son and the daughter of Helm Hammerhand are being put together to try and they're forcing a marriage to try and gain for the son, what's his name, Wolf, I think. His family is trying to gain control of Rohan. They're using him to do it by marrying her. But they both see directly through it. I mean, he doesn't seem to care. He may feel different in the context of the film, but from this trailer, it doesn't look like he seems to care. And it just leads to a fight. And it seems like they've known each other for a long time, so they're not strangers to one another. But it does lead to a fight in Edoras, and we see the king taking off a ring. Is that one of the 9 rings of the Nazgul? Because this is apparently set 200 years before the events of Lord of the Rings. So this would be during the time when Gollum has the One Ring. This would be the time when Gollum has the One Ring. He's got it in the Misty Mountains. Yeah, because he had it for 500 years. So this would be during that time, before Bilbo finds it. So I wonder if that is one of the 9 rings of the Nazgul. Maybe that will come into play during some point in this film. As you can tell, I'm a big Lord of the Rings fan. I'm so happy we're getting more Lord of the Rings content. I only hope it's... I only wish it could be good all the time. So it just leads to a fight in the courtyards of Edoras, and between Wolf's dad and Helm Hammerhand, and it looks like Hammerhand definitely wins that, and it provokes a fight. And with Wolf now the leader of that army, it's now provoked a fight with them. So it's now they're not trying to make a marriage. They're going after each other for blood. This is war now. So yeah, it's coming out this holiday season as well. I'm very excited. I'm wondering if I want to watch this in theatres, or because Lord of the Rings should be watched in theatres. Like, I feel like Lord of the Rings should be watched in theatres when it's good, but there is the promise of watching this for a reaction on Patreon. So, possibly. And it seems like Hela. I'm just going to call her Hela until I know for certain what else. It seems like Hela and Wolf have known each other for a long time, so they're definitely not strangers. I think I've said that already. So yeah, this is something of two kids who used to be friends, and now they're on opposite sides of a war with each other. She's got a very Brave feel about her. You know, Merida from Brave. She's got that feel about her. The red hair lends itself to that, and it seems like a lot of tales like this say, she's one of the more capable warriors, even if her father doesn't want her involved in that. But she is one of the more capable warriors, and it seems that she wants to fight. Oh yeah, but big scale as well. They built a massive wooden tower to act, and they just dropped it on the walls of Helm's Deep, because I know this is going to feature very heavily on Helm's Deep. It's probably the most iconic location. It's one of the most iconic locations in Lord of the Rings, and probably the most in where Rohan is concerned. And they've just built this massive watchtower as a way of climbing over the walls. I mean, I suppose the technology or the sorcery of making bombs to blow up the wall has not been done yet. I mean, Saruman would still be around in this time. I wonder if Saruman will feature at all in this film, because he was a friend, an ally of Rohan for a long time.
People need hope.
It sounds like her name's Hera. Like they were rolling the island. Hera.
Believe in.
Obviously, massive eagles again. The biggest thing that a lot of Lord of the Rings fans have a problem with, or at least casual Lord of the Rings fans have a problem with, like saying, why couldn't the eagles just take the ring to Mount Doom themselves? Yeah, so what? So what? I don't care at this point. So it seems like the Great Eagles are going to be having a presence in this film. How big, we don't know. Probably as big as they were in the Lord of the Rings, which is not very often, through the points I just made.
My cry.
And big kraken monsters as well, and oliphants fighting each other. This is gonna be the thing I like about animation is that you can go as crazy as you want with the scale. Like, imagine an animated movie with the budget of a live action movie. You can go as fucking crazy as you want with the animation and the scale. It's just crazy. So that's why I like animation a lot more sometimes. I am very interested in what they can do with this. We already know that when it comes to Lord of the Rings, they very rarely skimp on the budget. The Rings of Power is is not the highest grossing, it's the most expensive TV show ever. And we know they didn't really skimp on money that much when they were doing Lord of the Rings either. So I'm very excited about this.
You think I am afraid of you?
You should be.
What can Mordor want with rings?
So we had someone at the end there collecting all these rings and putting them in a satchel. So I wonder who that is going to be, because it definitely doesn't sound like Gollum. It's not going to be Gollum. I wonder what this is going to be. And as well, I mean, it's very rare for a trailer to have a bad soundtrack, but soundtrack is so important to Lord of the Rings. Soundtrack is very important to Lord of the Rings. If you can't get that right, then you're already losing. But this project seems like a very... Is Miranda Otto voicing Hera?
You should be.
It sounds like it could be her.
I do not want to marry you.
Yeah, Hera. Okay, it's said in the video description. Hera. Okay. Okay, that's what I wanted. I didn't want Miranda Otto to voice Hera. Miranda Otto, who delivered an unforgettable award-winning performance in Lord of the Rings trilogy, reprises her role as Éowyn, Shield Maiden of Rohan, who serves as the tale's narrator. Great, I want that. That is what I wanted.
All Middle-earth knows the tale of the War of the Ring. But 200 years before that,
Riders of the Mark! Brothers of Rohan!
there was an older tale.
Arise!
I can hear it. I can hear it. Yeah, I can definitely hear Miranda Otto's voice in there. She sounds a little different, but then again, it has been 20 years since Lord of the Rings, so she's going to sound a little different. So yeah, I think that is the end of it now. I can't wait for this film. I'm happy. I'm happy. I want to see this. Do I watch it in theatres or do I wait for a reaction for the Patreons? But yeah, let me know what you think of this trailer and how you feel about this being in animation style. So, yeah, let me know what you think about the new kind of setup as well, how it's going. Things will need to be changed going forward. I'm planning on changing up the room and everything. So, yeah, just let me know in the comments what you think. That is all we've got for this trailer reaction. Until next time, we are over and out. Bye!